Tell me a little bit about yourself and your family.
Well, I was born in England in 1966, and I now live in Japan. I have 7 family members, and all of them are now living in France, actually, because they moved there for work. And I have been in Japan by myself for the last 35 years, and I have 7 children.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do for a living.
Well, I am a very motivated person. I enjoy studying and learning new things. For a living, I teach English, and I'm also working as a construction person. I build roads in Japan on the weekends, and actually recently I have been working on Tokyo Tower, because Tokyo Tower is being renewed, and I used to be an engineer, so I am in charge of lighting.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and where you live.
Well, I was born in England and now I live in Japan. I'm living in an area called Hakusan, and Hakusan is an area in Bunkyo Ward that is actually a very violent area, and there's a lot of crime. So I spend a lot of my time trying to find ways to get safely from my house to the station.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do in your free time.
Well, I'm a very motivated person. I enjoy studying, so even though I'm a student and I have to study for progressing in my educational purposes, I find that even in my free time, I'm studying. I especially enjoy biology and chemistry, and I also like learning how to make tables.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and your school.
Well, I have been living in Japan for about 23 years, and I'm living and working in Tokyo. My school is a school of basket weaving, and we typically make 5 baskets a week, and I spend time at home practicing how to make baskets with different types of fibers and materials, and I find that I enjoy it very much.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and your normal daily routine.
Well, I find that I'm a person that enjoys healthy exercises, healthy activities, and my normal routine would be waking up at about 7 a.m. Then I go for a jog. Typically my jog takes about 3 hours. You might be surprised by that, but I love jogging in the morning, so I would wake up very early, then I come back and have a very big breakfast. It may sound unhealthy to you, but I usually eat McDonald's. I prefer to have 3 Big Macs in the morning. And after that, I will go to work, and I rarely take the train because I think that bicycling is the best way. So I usually bicycle to work.
Tell me a little about yourself and your best friend.
Well, I find that to talk about myself is a difficult thing because it's something I usually don't think about. My best friend, I don't have one best friend. I have many good friends. Most of them work in the circus because I have been working in the circus most of my life, and they are acrobats. And I find that acrobats have influenced my life a great deal, and often I find myself wanting to be like them. So my friends are people I look to for advice, and my friends influence me in many ways.
Tell me a little about yourself and what do you usually do on the weekend?
Well, to say something about myself is that I enjoy studying and learning new things. On the weekend, I often travel, And as I'm a very wealthy person, I'm lucky enough that every weekend I'm able to visit a new country, which is a very nice thing. Sometimes I have to take a long weekend because it takes a while to travel. And because there is jet lag, I find that I get tired. But usually each weekend I will travel to a new country. For example, last weekend I visited South Africa, which was very nice. And I met lots of new friends. And then I came back, but I was a little bit tired. But usually I find that a weekend is the time to travel.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and your interests, things you like.
Well, I am a type of person that has many interests, and I find that most of my interests are focused on computers, because computers has been my life since I was a child. I built a computer by myself when I was 2 years old, and my parents were very surprised that I had this type of skills. And then from high school and college, I learned a great deal about computers engineering. And then when I became the chief engineer of my company, I realized that this was my life's journey. And this is something that defines me.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your hobby.
And my job? Well, I am a person that loves work. And I think that if you were to ask me what I would like to do most, I would say it's work. And I find that I am usually working most of the day, and I don't sleep much, actually. On average, I sleep about an hour a night. Most of the time, I'm working. Even I find that I'm working in my sleep, trying to figure out things. And my type of work is mostly focused on acting, because I am a professional actor. So I think about ways to train actors and also ways to learn my lines better. And I also think about great techniques for auditioning for my next play. So I think that most of my time is focused on planning strategies for my work.